Priceless Tay founder, the founder thereof, is Taylor Price, and she joins me now. Taylor, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
You're a financial influencer.
Yes.
What do you tell young people about saving to buy a home? Let me interrupt.
Yes, you have to budget
You've got to get the money from your mom and dad. That's the best way of doing it, isn't it?
That's another option for rich families out there in the world. But what I tell the majority of young people who might not have that accessibility really is to budget backwards. Figure out what that down payment on the house is going to be, and then from there, distribute your income and your paychecks so you have a timeline that you can work forward towards and not against.
It's an uphill struggle, though, isn't it?
It's definitely
a down payment on a house. I mean, you're looking at $40,000, $50,000, $60,000.
Absolutely, I totally agree. And where should you put that money? Because you want it working for you, not against you. High yield savings accounts. You're going to earn a lot more than you are just than holding in a traditional account, a traditional checking account.
What can you get in a high yield savings account?
About 3.5% right now.
Geez, it'll take you a long time to get $50,000 together, won't it?
And you know what about that, Stuart, is aside from home ownership in America, it almost feels impossible, like you're alluding to, for young people. But that's not where we have to just build equity. There are other markets. The stock market is available for young people with fractional shares to go ahead and invest in now. And so the American dream, once being home ownership, now is transitioning to things that are a little bit more accessible for those younger people, like fractional shares.
So owning a home is not top priority for the American dream?
It's not top priority,
really?
From my opinion, yeah.
Do you have an opinion about 50-year mortgages?
No, I don't.
Okay, I do.
Yeah.
A new report says 80% of Gen Z and millennials use AI for financial advice. Many of them regret that decision, as I understand it. Would you use AI for financial advice?
AI is not a fiduciary. It is, and I act as if it's a teacher. We can learn topics faster than we ever have before, but it really should be for education, not for your execution of things. So that's where I would go ahead and recommend, and this is what I tell people at Priceless Tay to do. If they don't know what a 401k is or how tax brackets work, ask AI. You'll learn in the tone of voice that fits you properly, and it's going to be your best teacher at the end of the day.
It's a teacher. I understand that. It's not you go to AI and it tells you, invest in this stock, invest in Microsoft or whatever it is.
Not.
Don't do that.
No,
just
absolutely not.
What's the product and how does it work?
That's right.
That makes sense. Gen Zers, lots of them, are heading to trade school rather than go directly to a college, four-year college. Sometimes they'll go to work straight out of high school. Do you think a university degree these days is worth it?
I think we're beginning to ask different questions, and those questions being, you know, we saw millennials grow up with a massive amount of student loan debt as well as underemployment. So when we're evaluating whether or not we should go to four-year universities or go to trade school, we're asking, is this degree going to pay off? Can I find a job in this space? And also, what's the fastest way to build wealth? Those who are going to trade school are going to be able to invest more and faster than those who are going to four-year universities, and maybe that timeline for investing slows down.
Isn't there a degree of snobbery?
Yes, there is.
Middle America, middle-class families, do they want their sons and daughters to become electricians or cement mixers or whatever?
I think the people want to build wealth fast. How do we do that? Trade school allows you to be a business owner, not just working for somebody else, taking financial accountability into your own hands, using those hands to work and make money at the end of the day.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Taylor, terrific. I'm very glad you were here.
Thank you.
Good stuff. I've got a programming note, and it involves you. Next week, Cheryl Casoni will host a special one-hour program, Fox Business In-Depth, The Flight Path Forward. It's all about safety in the holiday travel season. Taylor Prices is part of the special, which airs next Wednesday, November 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Great special. We'll see you next week.